Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started by talking about the Horseman Studios Mythic Legion Vorgus Vermillus. Now, it's been a while since I've done a Mythic Legion, but in all honesty, it's because I've been just busy. But I've really wanted to step back and do some more barbaric destroying. And since I've really been feeling it, because I've been reading Savage Avengers, I wanted to talk about Vorgus. Vorgus is a really cool blood armor knight that basically consumes your soul, and at least in the history of Mythos, consumes your soul and turns you into a literal lust machine for blood and carnage. Now that sounds crazy, right? But you have to think about it, like in like a barbaric time, if you wanted to like defend your village and you wanted to go like the berserk route and you would give up anything for it, like this kind of stuff sounds crazy. But Vorgus just looks cool anyway because it's an armor literally drenched in the blood of its enemies, to the fact that the armor is dyed red. So that's kind of awesome. Like looking at it from the outside, I would definitely not want to be a part of that. But no, I mean, it's just I want to get back to doing stuff that I enjoy, and I really enjoy Mythic Legions. And I think, why wouldn't I jump into this cool thing? So let's get started. I've had this figure for a while. I know a lot of people have seen it on my IG and been talked about. This is actually a much older figure. But I just wanted to make sure I talked about it, had some fun, and let you guys see the pictures and be cool with it, right? But it is your standard Knight Builder 1.0, drenched in blood armor, and that pretty much sums that up. So if you haven't seen any previous Knight videos, this would be a surprise to you. If you are familiar with Mythic Legions, this would be of no surprise to you. So let's get it started. Articulation-wise, I kind of have the helmet already tucked at the lowest point, but as you can see, it can't get any lower. But we can, technically we can look up with our armor. We can look straight ahead. We can tilt side to side, and we can turn with no problem because the helm here for the neck protection is made of soft plastic. So you don't have to worry about losing your way, or your neck in this case, right? Our arms can hit the practical T-pose. And again, my joints are super loose. I've had this guy for a long time, but I have worn his joints out. You do get a swivel here. There's no bicep swivel, but you do get that mid-cut forearm swivel. We can only hit a little close to 90 degrees. We're gonna call this one probably 80 degrees. We can't hit the full 90, right? But you do get a gauntlet swivel that will help you turn and rotate. And we have a wrist swivel. So while we do have those singular joints, these kind of make up for it in other ways, looks of aesthetics, but it may not be for everyone. We do have that Street Fighter kind of tuck and roll articulation here in the waist, where it can tuck in and tilt side to side. My legs are super loose. That's one thing I've constantly worried about, but it seems to hold most of the time unless I fiddle with it. But my legs can go all the way out. We have our leg guards here that are soft plastic, which is awesome. This is soft plastic as well. Mine's is beginning to warp just a little bit because I kept them in a fixed position, but that can be fixed with some heat. Our legs can go forward as well. We have a single joint that goes forward and hits the 90 degrees. Super generous ankle pivot that can swivel left and right, forwards and backwards. So doing certain poses shouldn't be a problem. There's also a thigh swivel as well. In case you miss it, it kind of blends in with the armor, so you wouldn't notice it as much as you would on anything else. But being covered in blood red armor says a lot. So as you can see here, getting this guy to do certain poses is not an issue, as you can see here. Swinging his sword, which we'll get to in a second. Let's imagine swinging a sword, at least backhanded. Standing straight up, you saw it was no issue for him, even with those really loose legs that I have. And holding out our sword. I know Toy Bro would be proud of me because I'm finally getting back to Legions. So don't be mad at me, bro, for real. So here we are, have him standing up, looking pretty cool. Now, here we get with the accessories, and this is where it gets really cool, at least in my opinion, with him, because I'm gonna talk about our shoulder pauldrons, which can attach. I'm gonna attach just one because I wanna take it off and do, actually I'm gonna attach both to make them look cool. So we have the shoulder pauldrons, which adds that extra etch of armor, making it look even cooler. And then he also comes with cool horns. And the reason why I didn't have these attached is because I didn't want to, because he actually is pretty bare bones, but he's an older, more rare figure now. But I wanted to show you in a cool way. And this kind of completes the look of Vorgus until we talk about this cool cape. Now, again, I'm a wired cape guy, so this cape won't cut it for me. I have a custom one made, and you'll see it in a bunch of photos. So in case you ask, that cape is custom, and I'll show you that towards the end. But this one will fold up underneath your pauldrons on the backhand side. And the way you do that is, I'm gonna wiggle these out. And what you would do is you would fold it along here. You will line up the pauldron to slide through, like so. And then you'll plug it back in. And you're gonna do that on both sides, and then you'll have your cape. Obviously, this looks really good from a standing point, but I do a lot of action shots, so I like to see it flow and look cool. That's why I prefer wired capes. But this cape actually isn't bad. The fact that he comes with one is actually really nice. A lot of people don't even include that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty happy that that was included. I just went the extra mile for my photography. Now, here we are, putting this guy back up in this cool pose. You do get a double-sided axe, not double-edged, double-sided axe to match the color scheme of Vorgus. You will also get a blood sword. And that pretty much wraps up what Vorgus has come with. I mean, when I bought it from someone, he actually came with this. But I'm not sure if this is actually packed in with him, so I can't be sure. So I don't really include this, but this just looks cool with him too. Also, one thing that I do is I actually swap out the horns with that of a barbarian one and show you this cool look. And I actually got this from hanging out with people in the Cabal because I see a lot of cool customs and kit bashes in there. And I can't remember who showed me this about 2 years ago. But since then, I've kind of had them stick around with this look. You can also rotate the horns upward to have a more a slightly different look. But yeah, this guy looks cool. But without further ado, I want to jump into the size comparisons to kind of show you guys what you're getting into. So let's pop these off so we don't talk about how horns make someone taller or not, technically. And real quick, we're going to take a quick look with him next to a few other Mythic Legions. Here he is next to a 1.0 Barbarian. As you can see here, they share some similar parts, which is going to be our helmets and technically the wrist, like the hands, but like the body parts wise, they are very similar. The custom armor is made by Kylab, which is pretty cool. So thank you, Kylab. Here we are with a 1.0 bodied vampire with a custom head by the guys over at My Action Figure Custom. I don't have who, I believe it was Zombie 13 Customs who actually designed parts of this head. I can't remember who painted it, but I'm going to refer back to my post after and give them proper credit. So here we are with these three guys. Then if you want to do it up against some 2.0 bodies, here is a 2.0 Mythic Legions body. You'll see how they stack up. A little bit smaller, a little bit thinner, but still looking really nice. Now we're going to jump into some other stuff. And I think this is where it gets kind of cool, depending on what you want to get into, because you can actually do a little bit of everything. In case you wanted to do a Storm Collectibles, you can see Mythic Legions actually squares up pretty well with these guys. Here we are with NECA, and I think these actually work really well together, both size and mythos wise, depending on whatever kind of planet you want to intergalactically travel to, right? Here we are with a Mezco Gomez. Here we are with an Articulated Icons Ninja, just to get that size in there. See, looking a little smaller. Then we have an SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Kuga, which depending on what kind of thing you want to do, these guys can be like your monster of the week. Not Vorgus. Actually, Vorgus could, but Vorgus actually works well against Batman and stuff like that too. So it's pretty cool. We can make him the evil Blood Knight. Just in case you want to get galactic with it, here is a SH Figuarts Mandalorian. And then here is a Black Series Stormtrooper. Because I know orcs probably fit in well with these guys. But here you go, size-wise, you can see what you can get. Next up, we have a Lightning Collection Green Ranger. Right? And then, just because, if you want to repaint a knight or something into a Nello Angelo, here is Nero from 1000 Toys, Devil May Cry. So all in all, I mean, depending on what you want to do, because I was about to say, he may also come with a bandolier, but I'm not sure if this is from my knight or from my barbarian, so I don't want to say it is. But all in all, I've wanted to review Vorgus for a while, so I'm kind of glad I got to do this. It's been refreshing and fun, and I'm very excited to bring you guys pictures about it. So I hope that you have truly enjoyed this. I hope that you have found it informative, and I hope, hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Continued into 2021. As always, guys, please be good, do good, drink your water. Later.